Hello, darlings, and welcome to Digimon Ghost Gaze. And welcome to Emery's caving page. Today, I'm going to tell you about about how we went into a cave and it was fucked up in there. Oh no, it was really bad. Why are the walls like this? I'm Emery. My pronouns are they, she, he.
I think. Welcome to Nana Morg's Nightmare Era is what I was going to say. So, yeah, because they did a Ted Caving Page episode. I'm Morg. My pronouns are they, he.
That's how I know about Ted's Caving Page.
Oh, let's go. I knew about it before that, because
I had not heard of it.
I haven't heard of most things that Nona Roy blessedly tells us about.
Yeah, I am not that online. I didn't know about Jeff the Killer, like,
wow.
I didn't.
Completely in the dark here.
I didn't know about Jeff.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, this one was caves.
It sure was caves. Maybe I should skip my introduction because I wouldn't be caught dead in a cave, but I would never voluntarily enter one.
Caves are kind of fucking cool, though.
Yeah.
It's real chill in there. If you're not being crushed or confined in any horrible ways.
Yeah, no, one time I put on the helmet to go on the tour, and I put my head into the cave to go on the tour, and I just walked backwards, made the whole truck driving backwards noise, and said, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you were Kyoshiro at the beginning of the episode saying,
I was Kyosho. That is exactly what I did. I just slowly walked backwards, and no one stopped me. And then I had to wait for a full, I think it was like an hour?
Yeah.
An hour and a half until everyone had done the tour and told me about how cool it was. And I said, wow, sounds fake, but okay.
So we start off with the cold open. There's like a cabbie sleeping in his taxi, and he's woken up by some freaky shit. A building goes underground. It just gets sort of slurped up into the earth, which is not what you want to see a building do, honestly.
A great word choice. Nature wins. Cities are too big anyway.
Yeah, someone is just like, looking at the skyline with their set of Photoshop tools, just like, let's drag this one down a little bit. It's too prominent.
Except they brought it all the way down.
Yeah, we're gonna use that lasso select, we're gonna hit V to switch to our move tool, we're gonna shift drag to keep it nice and aligned.
But he accidentally pressed delete.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the undo button, and it's getting real embarrassing.
So we cut to some of the people in that office building who are really, really regretting having agreed to doing their overtime for today. That'll teach you to comply with capitalism, you absolute pigs.
Yeah. This is karma.
Yeah, they're just in the fucking building in the middle of the night, so they're having normal job experience. I
do think that Japan has like a whole extra hour culture thing going on.
Oh, no doubt. Like, there's a reason there's no dads in anime. It's because they're all at work.
Yeah, maybe this is the animators being like, let us go home.
Yeah, we're literally turning into stone over here. Please, please let us... Please unchain us from our desks.
It's like...
Please. Let us loose.
How do I suddenly let my boss know I want to go home? Oh, I know, I'll make an episode about it.
How do I let my boss know I want to go home? I know, I'll turn into a statue. So that happens, and then the building just sort of pops back out of the ground, back to the way it normally was, and the cabbie is like, alright, cool.
That might as well happen.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So then we cut to our protagonists. They got on their little spelunking helmets. Gamamon's got a cute little headlight strapped on. Kiyoshiro is like, what the fuck, we're all geared up?
What are we all geared up for? But he was told they were gonna go into a cave.
He knew, but also it didn't clock in his head.
Yeah.
He knew, but he didn't. He was being dumb. He's allowed to be dumb sometimes.
Yeah. Kiyoshiro like, oh wait, we're going spelunking?
Kiyoshio's like, oh, you didn't mean the game?
Oh, we're not just walking through a cave? Gotcha.
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna walk around in a cave, and it would be spacious and well lit. I didn't think this was like an actual cave.
He just wanted to walk through a tunnel where you can clearly see the other side.
Yeah.
You start.
Yeah. He wanted to go through like a fake cave, like one or like a cave that like people make for like tourists or something.
Like a cave you would see in a mini golf course.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly what he wanted. He's so funny sometimes.
He's funny.
And Ruli was like, I'll put this up on the forum and get some fans in here. Because I guess Ruli really is like an influencer and people are excited to meet her.
Yeah, she can, and like, I think this wasn't even like necessarily like the Lirarune form or anything. It was just like an urban legend form that Hero was lurking around on. And yeah, Ruli just invited some people in there. We're like, sure, we're in.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So...
just 4 different character types. What are the odds?
Yeah. So we get, let's see, the names are scattered throughout my notes because we don't get all the names at the same time. We
have definitely someone called Kazu, which is the dude that knows about caves. He's the professional caveman.
Yeah, Kazu, who does, spelunking as an actual hobby and is very big and strong, and it's like, certainly he will be very competent and keep the group safe and not die immediately.
Yeah, Izuka, I think it's so long.
Yeah.
Izuka, who believes this is a mass hallucination.
Yeah, he
which I think is a very valid theory, actually. That's what I would think.
Yeah, and also, just like from moment one, he just constantly has his camera out. He's filming the whole thing. He's making a documentary about that one time he went into a cave with some children in their holograms.
Yeah, we have the absolute star of this episode, Nico, who believes in curses and dark powers and is absolutely the last person you want to bring with you when you're stuck in a cave.
She has... Okay, so fucking Izuka has his camera out from moment one. Nico has a dowsing crystal out from moment one. And
yeah,
is
what
already
the fuck?
talking...
Dowsing, yeah.
Yes, and is already, like, talking about, cursed energy and shit. So she... immediate favorite, for sure. She's very spooky about it. Very middle school goth.
I'll find the last girl's name.
It's Pyochin, who just has a fucking rad dye job. The main thing about her is that I like her hair.
As someone who recently dyed my hair in a funky color, valid. That is a whole personality trait right there.
Pretty much, yeah, and we like it.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, they talk about the buildings that have been disappearing. Hiro, points to like a cave opening and says like, yeah, if the people who got disappeared sometimes come out of that hole, so we're gonna check it out. And Kyoshiro is like, actually, I just thought of something. Actually, fuck this. And he starts walking away, and everyone's like, okay, bye, Kyoshiro. And then he's like, oh, god damn it. Wait for me.
He's like, I don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, me. Not wanting to be alone, but not wanting to go to the spooky cave. Big mood.
He's incorrect. He should have backed out, sat down on a piece of grass, and just had a nap for an hour.
His FOMO is stronger than his anxiety, and frankly, I'm saluting him. What a hero. He's so brave to be living like that.
He is. He really is living a life.
So they step into the cave. Nico is immediately like, oh yeah, this cave, it's got some big cursed energy. The aura is completely rancid. And everyone's like, okay, weirdo, great.
She's
thanks.
right.
What else is your crystal saying? And then Gamamon just sort of whispers to Haru, like, no, the vibes in here are fucked. So she's right. It's confirmed. The vibe expert weighed in.
The vibe are bad. But she's still kind of a dumbass about it, though, the whole time.
And then everyone takes exactly 2 steps forward, and the ground collapses, and they get completely caved in, and they're stuck forever.
And they think they are stuck forever until Kaizu, who knows his shit, he sticks a finger in his mouth, puts it up, and feels where the air is coming from to see what direction the wind is in, and they're like, oh yeah!
This is the only useful thing he does in the episode.
Damn. No, he helped people climb out of a hole in the ground.
Okay, true.
With his big muscles that we see immediately. Oh boy.
People did, you had that faint ringing noise, and people did call that a voice. And I was like,
It does sound like a voice later, but at first it just sounds like a ringing noise, yeah. I'm like, what is happening? Voice aware, am I being gaslit by this show? What is happening?
And everyone has very normal reactions to being trapped on the ground, I think. Especially Nico, who's like, oh my god, we're cursed. Very happy. She's like, see, I told you about the curse, and she's loving it. If we could see her expression under her little medical mask there, she would be grinning so big. She loves that they're gonna all die underground.
Whereas, the girl with the dyed hair, is calling for her mom and dad, which, valid.
Valid.
Just crying and having a panic attack, like you do.
I probably would too if I was stuck underground, not gonna lie. Especially with these clowns.
That would be fucked up.
If that didn't break me, then the fact that there was no phone service would be my limit.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm gonna die underground, and I can't even post about it.
I can't even live tweet my demise. Fucking stupid.
God. Imagine someone trapped underground just having the worst takes.
Oh my god. People would start going you know what? The vibes are rancid. I don't think we should put up a rescue party.
Yeah. No, they're like... If only we had let Elon Musk build his tunnels, then he could come save us with his big drill. Anyway,
The moral of the story is don't have bad takes when you're stuck underground so that rescue workers want to find you.
Yeah, in fact, you should probably be at, like, the highest altitude possible when you're having bad takes. That way you can blame it on, on atmospheric sickness, altitude sickness, whatever. So they're climbing through the cave, like, they're going up a big rocky slope. Kazu helps up Ruli and Hiro with his big muscles, and I say, damn, what a strong, helpful man. I sure hope he turns out to be okay. But then me scanning through my notes because I did not organize these names on the page well. Izuku is bringing up the rear, and he drops his phone, like, oh no, I need to keep recording this, so I
gotta get these pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna start that TikTok live the moment he gets service.
Yeah, exactly. Whomst
among us wouldn't go back for their phone, though?
Yeah, like...
Yeah, I probably would, too.
I would go back. If it's just downhill...
Especially if I didn't know that, like, the cave was moving still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I knew the cave was moving at this point, I'd be like, no, absolutely not. It's gonna eat me.
Yeah, we would not be splitting up.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Listen, I got an SD card in there with, like, a shit ton of music on it. I don't want to lose that and have to download it all again.
I can replace everything on my phone except for the fact that they have a cool Venomoth sticker on it.
Ooh.
So I would go back for that.
Gotta get my Venomoth sticker.
It's very precious to me.
Elvir, we could get a new Venomoth sticker.
No, I got this one in Japan.
Listen, you need that Venomoth sticker when you're in a cave. How else are you going to traverse all that terrain?
God damn it.
True.
Anyway.
Throwback to...
he gets taken.
A hand comes out of the ground and grabs him, and also, like, the ground is, like, sort of turning to quicksand under him. It's like sort of, just sort of glorping him up in a bad way.
Slurp.
Emily, your word choices in this episode are really expanding my vocabulary, I must say. Now I've got slurping, and what was the last one?
Glorp.
Glorping. Right, yeah. I'll just note that down and add it to my regular sentences that I say.
And blooping and glorping and slurping and glurking.
It's 100% because of the Fellowship campaign that Morg and I are in, because I'm playing a slime girl, so I've just been thinking about verbs lately. What kind of verbs am I going to use for this freak?
This explains a lot. It surprisingly really explains everything.
The cave do be acting like a slime girl.
True.
It even has some, like... The cave be acting up, making me act up, though. The way it closes in some places, I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
The aesthetic choices of how the cave looks are... It's not how I would imagine.
No.
Yeah. No.
Let's say it like that.
Let's just say it like sometimes Gigasmon pulls someone through a wall and like closes up the cave after him, and it's like just the way the rock is shaped, it's like, damn, why that cave got a butthole now?
Why has this cave got a donut? I don't understand, please.
Dying by cave butthole is, I think, the worst way to go.
Truly.
Oh, no.
So yeah, Kazu goes back after Izuku, like, finds his phone on the ground. And yeah, then he just like gets grabbed and pulled into the wall and fully consumed by the cave butthole. It sucks.
I'm gonna be thinking about Cave Butthole for a long time.
Oh no, is that gonna be the name of this fucking episode?
Oh no, we're gonna have to make a better joke. The pressure is on.
Damn. Ted's caving. Ted's caving butthole, though.
True.
Oh, yeah. They all return to look. Except that part of the cave is closed for construction. You can't enter. It's completely gone.
They're like, what the fuck? We just came through this. I don't understand.
And Nico's being super helpful by being like, ooh, they got taken. We're all cursed. I wonder who's next.
Yeah.
The way Kazu gets taken is like especially like harrowing for some reason, because he just looks like very much crushed by stone, like more than the others look like they get kind of like sucked into quicksand, which kind of sucks. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, but like because they're showing like Kazu in the hole and how he's being like, it like looks worse to me.
Yeah.
It did look really bad.
Yeah, like people like going into the cave walls, like some of them are like very some of them are very intense. Like we're about to see Nico and hair dye girl, Pyochin, is that Pyochin.
I'm just like hair dye girl, that's her name to me. Fuck.
Yeah, and like, when they get got, they're just like really just like struggling against it as they're like slowly being sucked into this solid stone, and it's like, ooh, ugh.
Do you want to say why they got though? Because Nico goes like, Hero's like, okay, I feel the air coming from this direction now. We gotta, like, escape, to, like, figure out, like, to regroup, essentially. And, but Nico, like, follows her little crystal in the other, like, fork in the road, and,
like, not at a normal pace, either. Like, she runs.
She runs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and, what's her... Oh my god. Hair dye girl.
Yes.
You just said it, and I'm like,
Pyochin? Oh, I didn't write that one down. I'm like...
Well, she runs after, and she's like, no, what the fuck are you doing? And then, Nico's like, oh, there's all these cursed vibes in here. Crazy. Oh, the crystal's going crazy. And then, she's like, oh, the cursed person is me, and before she finishes it, she gets, like, taken by an arm coming out of the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of reminded me of that. Is that BuzzFeed Unsolved? I've never watched it, but
yeah,
the screenshot went around Tumblr a lot, like, what's up, demons? It's me, your boy.
Yeah, yes.
Except your boy got taken.
Your boy got taken by the demons. That's exactly what happened.
Honestly, if you're saying hi to your demon homies, like, I mean, that's the response you want. You want to get grabbed by them, like, yeah.
You want to get grabbed by them?
Better than them leaving you on red.
Yeah.
Imagine going to therapy and being like, I keep talking to my demons, but they just don't talk back to me.
Oh no.
That's something to unpack there.
That means the meds are working.
Oh.
Or the therapy's working, maybe. But then you're just like, now I'm sad though. Can you?
I didn't know therapy would cost me these amazing friends.
Oh no.
Name Pyochin?
Yeah.
Pyochin? has the worst of times, actually. I think she's the only one that actually sees someone else get taken.
Mm-hmm.
Not a great experience, because she knows what's about to happen to her. Which I think is worse, actually.
Yeah, we're really just in, like, horror movie mode at this point, just, like, picking off the characters one by one. And just happening pretty quickly, too, like, just getting got one after the other, you know?
Yeah, and, like, the scenes are really good. Like, and when you look at the screen, it's super obvious that the light source is whatever light they have. And, like, the borders of the TV screen were, like, black.
Mm-hmm.
And it got darker and lighter depending on... Oh, it was really well done.
Yeah.
I didn't have claustrophobia. But other than that, amazing. Really well done.
Oh, boy. This episode and next episode seem like they're kind of not great for you.
I'm having a rough time, but I love the adrenaline kick. So
Great. Listen, that's we love horror. Sometimes it's a lot, but we love it, right?
Yeah.
Generally,
I'm here for a time.
I'm here for a good time,
Later
not a long time.
if it's good.
Yeah. I'm here for a time, not a long time.
I came here to experience things.
I came here to experience emotions, and I am sure getting them.
I'm sure I'm getting them.
Me about to play just a bad run of Digimon Survive.
You're so brave for doing that.
After doing a good run of it, or?
Yeah, I did the first run. Like, there's 3 possible endings. I think there might be a 4th one, like, after you get the 4th 3. I haven't, like, confirmed that yet, but that's something I've heard. I did the moral ending. Next, I'm gonna do the wrath ending and just let everyone fucking die. So... Just gonna see all those character deaths, just see everyone at their worst, most traumatized selves, and then have a bad time with that, and then, like, do a good ending where I save everyone and be like, damn, we really made it through, huh?
The problem is, if you tell me, wow, the reactions were so engaging, I'll want to do that too.
God.
I'm so bad at those things. I can't be mean to people.
Me too.
Yeah, no, it feels bad, like, picking the wrong choices on purpose, you know?
There's a reason I've only ever watched people do the genocide route of Undertale and not done it myself, because I'm a big weenie.
No, I couldn't do it for Undertale, like...
Even if it wasn't, like, really hard at the end, I would still be like, oh, I don't want to do that. I can't.
I couldn't do it to my boy Undyne.
I can't.
Yeah.
I haven't played Undertale, but I have played Fire Emblem 4 times. And you know what I did 4 times in a row? I recruited everyone. You will not catch me having to kill my friends, ignore the fact that the game doesn't let you recruit everyone. I am very sad about it. Yeah. God, we really just love emotionally hurting ourselves, huh?
Yep.
We sure do. Yeah, once my bad run of Survive is going to be over, it's like, yeah, well, that wasn't canon. Time to get a real ending now.
And it was all just a bad dream.
Exactly. Anyway,
a bad dream.
Where are we? We're in a cave. Kyoshiro falls through the floor.
Yeah, I wrote between brackets again, so that means he fell earlier in the episode as well.
Mm-hmm.
He loves to fall.
He sure does.
Jellymon is like, where'd my boy go?
Oh no, my boy.
She does the boost from modern Sonic games. She really zooms on after him.
He's being sucked into the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Slurp. But Jellymon isn't gotten because she, like, she like flies away or like what I'm like this is why I should not watch 2 episodes in a row. I'm getting confused. 'Cause she escapes in both of them.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Kyoshiro gets sucked into the floor, like, you know, Jellymon follows after him. They're sort of like stuck in this little chamber. Like everyone does their adult level evolutions. Like, you know, Tesla Jellymon is like trying to get, you know, Kyoshiro unstuck from the floor, like just like pulling on his hand, trying to like get him out of there. Like meanwhile, like Ruli and Simbara and Goramon just like get sucked into a wall, and like Simbara and Goramon is like shielding Ruli like with his body as just like the walls are like closing in around them. You know, then Hiro like, you know, hears Kyoshiro on like the other side of the wall, and you know, Betelgeumamon just like breaks down the wall, like, you know, just in time to see like Kyoshiro getting sucked into the floor as Tesla Jellymon loses her grip on him. So then like, yeah, so then after that it's Hiro, Tesla Jellymon, and Betelgeumamon together.
Okay.
Yeah, and they find, you know, they sort of go onward. They find,
They come across tiles.
Yeah, they're like, why is there stones on the ground here instead of like cave floor? Yeah. And then they like look up and they're like, oh my god, did we find the outside? Because it's like bright. But they like go forward and see that it's just glowing moss. And I'm really excited because Betelgeumamon talks about how he's like, oh, this is glowing moss, just like from the encyclopedia. And I'm like, he's learning.
He's learning.
He's learning. He remembers things.
Our boy can actually read. We got confirmation.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe he can read. Or he's really good at looking at pictures and guessing what it's about.
True.
Me when I had to do a listening exercise in school.
God.
True. So yeah, they're in this huge underground chamber. There's just like, you know, there's just like statues lined up all around, like, you know, all around like these sort of hallways that are sort of like constructed in a maze-like fashion. And then we see the monster of the week Digimon, Gigasmon, who is just like
he's a gremlin.
At his little workbench, turning Kyoshiro into stone.
We see like tears though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's very subtle here. Like it shows it more later. Like he's crying more thoroughly later. But like, it's like, what are you crying about?
Yeah, like also like, God, this is also kind of a rough scene because Kyoshiro is just like being held down as like, you know, he's sort of turning into stone from the feet up, and he's like crying and struggling against it, and like he says something interesting. He says, "Don't burn me."
I was wondering about that too.
I think this has to do with like the bandages on his hand. I think I think this probably means he has, like, some trauma around fire. Like,
oh, shit.
Yeah, in this moment, it just kind of seems like he's panicking, and, like, yeah, maybe that, like, brought something up for him.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, like, when they said burning, I was like, is this a weird translation? I like, could not I was just like, oh, well, you're being turned to stone. Good. Instead of being burnt. No, but it's like a lot, because like sometimes you know you see like Kyoshiro like kind of goofy reacting to stuff, but like this is actually like he's in distress here.
Yeah, this is like genuinely upsetting. He's like, oh, you can tell he's having a real bad time.
Yeah.
It would be so cool if the fact that he's scared of everything is because he genuinely has traumatic like experiences and is trying to avoid that shit. That would be like it would be rough. It would be super rough to watch that, but also it's such a rewarding character arc.
How...
Yeah, true.
How dare this... How fucking rude would it be if this show, like, gave Kyoshiro, like, actual valid traumatic reasons for being such a scaredy cat, and then we would be the bastards for making fun of him all the time.
Yeah. It's fine, we didn't know. It's fine. I'm just copying Jellymon.
I still stand by the fact that he enjoys being bullied.
Yeah, true. You know what?
Yeah,
Jellymon has never done anything wrong, so if we act like Jellymon, then we'll be free from blame.
If not,
exactly.
If bullying Kyoshiro is wrong, then I don't want to be right.
Exactly.
Jellymon writes that into her memoir.
That's the title of her memoir.
Yeah, for sure.
So while we're laughing about it, Kyoshiro is indeed experiencing some bad things.
Yeah, for sure.
He seems to be in genuine pain. Like, all the statues seem to be, like, extremely
screaming.
Scared and, like, we've seen people get, like, taken before, and it wasn't, I don't know, this one really hit. It might be because I was still, like, in cave modus in my head, but the facial expressions they drew really expressed some fear and pain, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's having a bad time. Like, it does... Yeah, it does sort of remind me of the Felesmon, I think, episode, like way back when we got the first Simbara and Goramon evolution and people were getting turned to statues then. Like, yeah, it's kind of a similar thing where it's just like, oh no, people got turned into statues and they hated it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like at first, the three that like show up, they're like, are these just random statues? But then they like start recognizing the people that they went in with, and then they were like, oh, that's really instead of Goramon. There's no way these are just random statues. How the fuck would they have Simba and Goramon otherwise?
Considering why his name Gigasmon was doing this, which we'll learn in a bit, I thought it was strange that Angoramon also got.
Yeah, my theory is that he wouldn't let go of Ruli, and so like he kind of got caught up in it.
Yeah,
he's like, no, you have to petrify us both. Yeah, so it didn't seem that weird to me, but yeah, they like.
Listen, if I'm gonna get turned to stone, I at least might as well at least like be hugging my friends so we can do that forever.
So true. So true.
I'd wanna be in a cool pose, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have the frame of mind to do that, but I'd like to think that I'm capable of like just standing in a cool pose, like Sailor Moon pose or something. That'd be cool.
I would do the SI1 pose.
I'd do just like a Kirby dance.
So
we do hear him ask everyone to please be quiet in the library because this is actually a sacred place.
Yes.
Yeah. And then they're like, hey, no way, dude. And they do a big anime fight.
They do,
the animation gets really sick.
Yeah, they do notice that he's crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, why are you crying, man? And he's like, all humans are gonna die. And at first, the way he says it, it sounds like, oh, he's like one of those Digimon that are just like, oh, humans are fragile. Kind of like how Mamimon was like, humans are fragile.
Yeah, he's talking about like how tragic it is that humans don't turn into Digitama, which again sort of calls back to like episode 20 and Dark Lizardmon, and it's like, oh, is he just doing this to, like, preserve humans? No, it turns out it's something else, but we'll find that out later.
Yeah.
For now, he's just, like, blurping into the walls and floor and popping out to, like, just popping out behind Tesla Jellymon and Betelgemmamon in order to smack them around, so... He's got a fighting style that, like, doesn't really leave them with a lot of openings to use against him until, like, Hero realizes that, like, oh, he's listening for, like, footsteps and Tesla Jellymon's, like, electricity, and then that's how he finds us while he's inside the stone. And yeah, he sort of realizes this, and then, like, Betelgemmamon, like, dive tackles him out of the way, like, because he's about to get grabbed by Gigasmon, and, like, his helmet falls off and, like, bounces on the floor, and then, like, Gigasmon grabs for that, so it's like, okay, yeah, he can't actually see us, he's just, like, following the sounds. So then Betelgemmamon evolves to Kenoweismon, just does like a big, like, swoosh of his wings in order to, like, make a lot of sound and just, like, bait Gigasmon into attacking. So, like, then, like, yeah, then Kenoweismon is, like, sort of waiting for, to be able to sense Gigasmon when he, like, pops out behind him and sort of, like, uses his own tactic against him and just, like, fucking spins around and does a Galia Fisher and kicks his ass, and then, like, they both do big attacks at each other, and Kenoweismon wins, and it looks really sick.
Yeah, and a good thing he wins, because the limit for Kenoweismon's evolution is whatever the plot requires.
Yeah.
So that was the limit.
We only ever see... Here's something. We only ever see Kenoweismon, like, have a limit. Do all of them have a limit? Or is it just Kenoweismon because he's Gammamon with the little evil guy inside him?
But he's also the only, I can't remember the levels of evolution, but he's the only one who evolves at that level so far. Right?
No, everyone else is...
No, it's the same level. It's just because he's so much bigger than everyone else.
He is big. He is humongous, but he's the same level as...
In my head, he was a different level. No, but you're correct. If he's baby, that would make sense, but also that reminds me so much of Bleach for some reason. Because then the young one also didn't have a long, whatever the ultimate form of their power was called.
No, I said it was because he has Gulus Gammamon, and that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Because
it's like, oh, we don't want Gulus to be too powerful kind of thing.
Yeah, I have a couple of different theories about Kenoweismon's time limit. So first one is just, like, because because, like, Kenoweismon is just, like, this manifestation of Hero and Gammamon's bond. Like, I think it could be, like, foreshadowing, like, some kind of, like, difficulty in their relationship that might get, like, explored in a future episode. Like, maybe it is the fact that, like, Hero was kind of, like, had this responsibility foisted upon him by his father, and, like, even though he loves his brother, it's like, God, I sure didn't ask to take care of this kid, something like that, I don't know. Or the other theory is, like, yeah, little evil guy in there, like, we saw Gammamon, like, essentially, like, do the same thing to Gulus Gammamon's evolution, like, when Gulus Gammamon was, like, about to kill Hero, like, Gammamon's memories sort of, like, forced their way through and, like, forced him to de-evolve. Now I'm thinking, like, oh, what if Gulus Gamamon is able to do the same thing to Kenno Weissmon in order to, like, force them into, like, worse situations where Gulus Gamamon has more opportunities to come out, like, something like that, you know?
I was just thinking that they didn't want to give Gulus too much power, and so they were like, oh, if he ever takes over while he's, like, perfect level, that's bad news.
Yeah, for sure.
But it could also be that they all have, like, limits, but we've only been seeing Kenno Weissmons for some reason.
Yeah. It's only been established for Kenno Weissmon, so
right.
to me it seems like a thing that is unique to him.
Yeah, I think it would be cool if it was, because, like you said, like, the evolutions depend on them as, like, how their bond is, and what they need, and I think it would be cool if it implied that Hero's conflict avoidance tendencies and the fact that he's very agreeable and doesn't really fully commit to fights, it would be cool if that was the reason.
Yeah, that's also a thing. Like,
I just love the potential for character growth.
Yeah, we sure haven't seen Hero say that murder is okay yet, unless we actually have wink wink, and we'll be talking about it next week.
Hero would never say murder's okay, eat cereal.
He would never.
He would never.
Under no circumstances.
Yeah, so then with Gigasmon defeated, we learn about why he's doing his whole funky statue bit, and it's because he saw a movie trailer about climate apocalypse and is like, damn, world's gonna end soon, better make a mass grave for every human. Gigasmon, I don't think you know how many humans there are.
There's also, like...
You're gonna need a bigger room, my guy.
A few decades. We've got a few decades on that. At least.
Did any of y'all ever watch Squid Girl? This has the energy of Ikamusume walking on a beach and saying, I'm gonna conquer all of humanity. And then seeing like a beach house with people in it and be like, yeah, this is it.
I have not seen that show, but that does sound pretty funny.
I think I've seen, like, the first episode. I'm not sure, though.
It's good. It's slice of life. It's funny. It just had the same energy of, like, these are people who don't think things through. They just think, oh, this needs to be done. So I'll just start here and we'll see where we get.
I've been rewatching Kimono Friends, so it does just kind of have the energy of, like, Kaban asking, oh, what environment do humans live in? All of them, buddy.
We're like cockroaches. But yeah, Hero's like, no. There's humans that are trying to stop that from happening, dude. It's we're pretty resilient.
Hero's saying, yeah, Joe Biden will do something about it.
Fuck you. Yeah, Elon Musk is here to take us all to Mars, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This episode does have, like, maybe a little more climate optimism than I can necessarily deal with right now.
Sure, same, but... So... My thought, and, like, I felt that way too while they were still, like, because what ends up happening next is, like, one of the columns, like, is breaking apart, and they're like, oh god, it's gonna fall on us. And then he's like, oh, well, it seems like there's humans with, like, hope and stuff still in them. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, that is very, like, optimistic, but also they're not all gonna die tomorrow. Like, either way, they're not gonna all die tomorrow. And he's making a grave like they're all gonna die within the year instead of, like, 10, maybe 20 years. Yeah, so it is a little much, but it's also, like, kind of what I expect from a kid show, especially.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand that this kids show probably isn't gonna go like full doomer, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit's bad though. It's really bad for real.
Captain Planet. Doom or Captain Planet just popped into my head, and I'm not sure what that would mean.
God.
Doom or Captain Planet.
By our powers combined, we're still really all fucked, you guys.
Fuck.
Yeah, just combining the 5 elements and summoning Captain Planet, and he's just like, I don't know, guys, still seems like we're all fucked.
Seems tough.
I don't know what that is, but you know what? Sounds fair, sounds valid.
It's an old American cartoon. It's like a corny, like, save the planet.
It's like an old... it's like an old environmentalist cartoon from the 80s where all the villains are just like guys who want to dump pollution in a river.
Yeah. What a joke that's not the biggest issue that we're dealing with. Love capitalism, huh?
Love it. God, what if Captain Planet said fuck capitalism and then just did some eco-terrorism? That would be sick as fuck.
I was scared. Like, at first I was like, uh-oh, would he be like eco-fascist? I'm like, no. He would be he would be anti-capitalist, but not a fascist. God damn it. Anyway, back to this more hopeful show instead of Doom or Captain Planet.
Where Digimon is super moved by Hero's speech. So he has an instant change of heart. And he saves everyone from the roof that was collapsing. Because I guess Gigasmon isn't very good at, like, structural doom building.
He was moving around a lot.
Yeah, I think the pillar was just sort of collapsing because, like, Kenno Weissman smacked him into it so hard. I think it was, like, damaging the fight or something
He should have thought of that.
Yeah, he should have thought that a big dragon might show up and kick his ass. Like, he should have been ready for that eventuality, honestly.
Yeah.
I put that in all of my insurance papers, to be honest, so...
For someone who's, like, thinking so far ahead into the future, he should have been ready to get his ass kicked by a big dragon.
Yeah. I know, I'm always ready for that, I'm just saying.
Contingencies, dude.
So true.
So then he's like, okay, maybe all of humanity isn't gonna die inevitably, and I'm like, sure, buddy, and then he turns all the statues back into people.
Yeah, they're all fine.
Yeah, no one's, like, this is another one of them, they're all fine, but I'm sure a bit of therapy wouldn't hurt. Oh
yeah. Listen, if this series were at all, like, exploring the lasting effects of trauma, besides the trauma from your backstory, like, all of these characters would just be completely non-functioning. You can't really address that in a Monster of the Week show like this.
Time to write fanfic.
Time to write fanfic where everyone is just having the worst time from the 100 times they all almost died because of a fucked up monster.
Sitting down behind your computer being like, which hurt will I explore today?
Speaking of agoraphobia, which I think we did before the episode, I don't think we recorded that. Just writing fan fiction about none of these characters ever going outside again because because they get attacked by a monster every week.
I mean, they do sometimes get attacked within their own house.
True.
So I think they need to build a pillow fort.
Yeah.
And then never leave that.
Yeah, building a pillow fort and also just, like, setting a bunch of air filters so that moth scales can't get in and turn your Digimon into a bug.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, though, I feel like there would be a Digimon that would, like, do something like trap you in your room or something. Like, you know, like there would be some kind of like...
The bedbug Digimon.
Yeah, sure. Like the bedbug Digimon's not letting you, like, leave your house now, even if you wanted to.
Damn.
Because that seems like that could be a horror trope in itself. Like, being stuck somewhere is a big thing.
I believe that's called House of Leaves.
I believe that's called The Last 2 Years in its entirety.
I believe that's called The Yellow Wallpaper.
Damn, it's almost like this is a known team.
Yeah. It's almost like there's been a bunch of Game Jam horror games based on isolation and being trapped that happened during pandemic stuff. So
Damn, I wonder why that is.
I wonder why.
Bizarre.
It's almost like it entered the cultural consciousness completely of its own accord.
Damn.
Anyway, so Gigasmon is like, okay, I'm outie, and just sinks into the ground doing a cool pose, and I'm like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, I guess you can just leave now. Cool.
Good exit, buddy. And then Angoramon delivers the line, the figure's prepared, but the grief remains. Maybe you will feel happy if you laugh instead of cry.
True, I guess.
True.
Those are words.
Which is why we're making a podcast, so that we can avoid thinking about climate disaster for an hour every week.
Joke's on you, I never think.
No thoughts, head empty.
Anyway.
That's all we can do is distract ourselves.
I think that's about it for the episode.
Yeah.
All right. Elvir, where can we find you?
You can find me at Eduviru, on your social media of choice. If you can't find me, then I'm just not there. And that's it. That's all you can do.
I am Haunting the Morgue on Twitter. That's Haunting the MORG. You can also find me on my other podcasts, Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. We're nearing 100 episodes, so that's crazy. Fucked up. I think 91 is out. We have recorded up to 95. I think there's going to be a small break while we catch up on editing, but yes, we're almost at 100. And Forward ReZero, a ReZero Watch podcast. That'll start back soon. I have to talk to my ghosts, but yes, that's it for me.
I'm Emery. You can find me on Fur Affinity at username Space Robot. If you want to get in touch about a commission, you can hit me up on Discord or at my email address, spacerobotart@gmail.com. Get yourself a fursona. They're fun. It's fun to have, fun to look at.
They're fun. I've decided to just embrace it.
Hell yeah. Or if you have, like, a TTRPG character or something, I'm definitely thinking about TTRPG characters, as I mentioned. Definitely gonna be drawing some of those soon. So that's always exciting to have art of. So yeah, hit me up there. I'm also on a podcast called Gonwill Hunting, where we talk about Hunter x Hunter, and I feel like we're very close to releasing episodes, but I say that every goddamn week, and it still doesn't happen. Devin, if you're listening, you gotta upload. Did you upload your files? Did you upload your edited podcast episodes, my dude? We're supposed to do that Friday. Come on, Devin.
Devin.
Anyway, so also the upcoming podcast, We Rate Queerbait, which we do have a couple of edited episodes ready to go. We are just waiting on our theme music, and then I can set up the RSS feed. That one actually is going to be soon. So I'm excited for y'all to get to hear that. And yeah, I think that's about it for me. This is this podcast is on Twitter at DigiGhostGaze. We have a Discord where I'm very excited to be starting our new season of Digimondays, only now it's Apply Mondays, because we're watching the first 3 episodes of App Monsters on Monday, and we're going to be watching that series for the next few weeks. Come join us, get in on it, because App Monsters slaps so hard, and you probably haven't seen it. I'm gonna guess you haven't, because no one has seen it. Just me and Austin, and no one else.
The hipsters of Digimon.
Yeah, I mean... But like it's the thing about it is we don't just like it because it's obscure. We like it because it's good as hell. Because it has a funny little guy called Dokemon in it, who yells a lot.
I should try to catch these more, probably.
Yeah, App Monsters is a heck of a fun time. I also do art streams on most Fridays, so you can come join me in voice chat there and watch me draw like a funny dragon or something. Maybe I'll do some of that TTRPG character art in upcoming weeks. Who could say?
I hope so, because that would include one of mine.
Yeah, I like your character concept a lot. I really want to draw them.
I'm liking them more and more as I think about them, because it was kind of like, I don't know what I want. And now I'm like, what if I just... Banui?
Yeah, big Banui ogre? I'm so here for it.
Yes. Big, large. Big, large.
Big, large, strong.
Big, large, strong.
And cute? Question mark?
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
I'm imagining them in my head. And they might be a little fucky looking, but also cute.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. The way I'm picturing them is like the kind of cute where they're a little fucked up and have big teeth.
Yes.
Perfect. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, just come on there. We're talking about Digimon Survive in our new Survive spoiler channel. We're talking about Ghost Game in our Ghost Game spoiler channel. We're just having a great time with all things Digimon. So it's a good Discord. Come hang out there with us. And this is a noisespace.xyz podcast. You can go to noisespace.xyz and listen to one or more of many different podcasts about various topics. If you're listening to this, there's definitely going to be some shit on Noisespace that you're going to love.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So... I think that about does it for us. So, until next time, all you poltergeists, ghouls, and non-boonaries, Digimon for the gays. Goodbye, darlings.
Goodbye.